Hello. So today we're going to look at something I bought a while ago, showed you I bought, and then have done nothing with since. Well, I've done stuff with, but you don't know that. So, we're going to be looking at Combiner Force Cyclonus, I believe this one is. And Cyclonus is like Ultra Bee, like Menasor. He is a body part which combines with other smaller pieces to make a larger robot, Galvatronus. Okay, alright, fine. See what you're doing. See where it works out. Now the hardest part about this entire set is not only trying to remember the names of the smaller components, but which ones they go to. So let me try and see if I get this right. Bear with me. Got this guy, which I believe is Tread Shock. Yeah. This one I believe is Skyjack. So we'll stylize. Sorry. Skyjack. No. Yeah? Yeah. Skyjack. Cyberwarp. See, they're the same thing but with different colours. That's why it's difficult to remember the names. I think this one's Cyberwarp. And last but not least, Riot Gear, which again is the same as this guy, but instead of the green, he's red. Now, the colours, at least from what I'm seeing, they might change in the original video, but these guys are coming across as a very dark purple, whereas they're more very much a Quality Street purple, sort of pinky purple. You know, look, Quality Street. Yeah, okay. Anyone in the UK will know exactly what I'm talking about. Then, if you don't live in the UK, well, you know, that's kind of your fault, isn't it? So yeah, should we look at these guys first? Yeah, might as well. Right. Okay. Well, I don't know why, but I just prefer these two. I don't know what it is. They're exactly the same as those two, but I just prefer these two. I don't know why. Maybe just the yellow seems a bit watered down on this one. I don't know. But I'm just going to talk about their designs, different colours, whatever. They might have slightly different head sculpts, but we'll see. Right. This is some sort of weird hover vehicle of some variety. With possibly some sort of thrusters there, and one moulded in there, actually. Well done. And yeah, it's just a weird little hover drone thing with weird shiny blades that I don't think are useful for anything. But it's a very interesting little design. It's got a little 5mm port on top, so you can sit a gun on top if you really wanted to. They've all got them. But it's a very interesting little dude. Yeah, I can't fault it. It's a very neat little thing. I say dude. I should technically say dudette, because if we transform it, and by doing that we grab this top piece and fold it over the top. There's a peg there, that big nodge, that goes in, I'm not 100% sure, but it's somewhere in there. It's a bit fiddly because you can't really see it. So we'll bring that all the way over, stand the figure up, bring the toes, sort of double hinge them around, and then this little tab at the front, see that? Goes into a slot there. It's not amazingly well, but it holds perfectly fine, so that's fine. We then bring these blue sections back on the big obvious hinges, bring them back to there, and then bring this piece back, and make sure the head's facing forward, then untab these and bring them around, untab these and bring them around. And that is Cyberwarp. I believe I declared this one Cyberwarp in her robot mode. She's got a very, very stylized head with actual red eyes buried in there. For something this size, have I got size comparison? Yes. I've always got the size comparison. Yeah, for something this kind of size, that's a very stylized head. Very neat. Okay. And she's just kind of cool. She's not back heavy, surprisingly. You know, you'd have thought, with all that hanging off the top, she'd be back heavy. She's not. So that's kind of cool. I'll quickly just do Cyberwarp. I won't walk you through the transformation or anything, because you've seen it. But this is just to show the difference between the two heads, bear with me. But it's nice to have a little transformery thing that you can do in like a few seconds like that. And her head is much more subdued, much more plain, much more downtrodden. I know my camera's terrible for fine detail, so excuse me, but at least you can go, oh look, their heads are definitely different. So, Cyberwarp, Skyjack, I keep forgetting to put him over there. Okay. Riot Gear, because it's just an awesome name. And he's this really beefy looking all-terrain vehicle thing. With no super obvious weapons other than maybe these bits are guns. But if they are, they're kind of shooting downwards and into these sort of wing mirror bits, so not really sure how that works. But fine, okay. And yeah, he's a nice little brick. He's just a nice solid little brick, which does translate into robot mode. So you stand it up and you bring the arms out, and that's all you get out of him. That's literally it. But you got the what's called molded in the shins and feet, legs, body, nice bit of silver on the waist, and the head. Yep. A little bit nondescript, but you know, perfectly serviceable. So that's fine. And we'll get Tread Shock. Tread Shock, we'll stand him up, we'll transform him, and again we'll look at the heads. So they are different. There we go. Okay, on to the main event, so to speak. Cyclonus, in a very, very, very blocky, squared off version of his form, which I kinda like. This gun you can just take off, it's got that big tab there, that just goes into a big slot there. And he's quite nice. He's much more squared off than any other version of Cyclonus I've ever seen before, but you know, at least it makes him different, and you can't argue with different. If you're wondering in the camera, yes, he's in two-tone of black purple. Sorry, black purple? There's dark purple and a light purple, and some black and some cream. Sort of creamy grey. That's his colours. And he's kind of neat. One thing that kind of irks me is there are no obvious weapons, apart from the giant cannon you can stick on top. Other than that, there's these two tiny little vents there, and then nothing else. So I imagine there's got to be some thrust coming out of these things, but then it's off the top, so it'd probably just push him down to the ground. I don't know how he flies. That's slightly annoying. I don't know how he's even supposed to go off the ground, but fine, we'll just assume it works, because, you know, toys. Transform him. We are going to turn this entire nose section from here around. Okay. We are going to pull this piece back, and it'll try and start splitting itself. We're going to just push these legs up, the wings up slightly, just so they don't get in the way. And now we're going to split this piece, bring it out of the way, bring it out of the way, showing his head, which is fantastic. That is such a nice Cyclonus head sculpt. Very nice indeed. Rotate these around, fold this piece underneath, and just bring the shoulder. It's on a double hinge in here to get it into place, so you just bring it down to there. So rotate it around, fold that under, bring down at the double hinge, and there. Bring this canopy flap, show it straight onto the back, so it's now up there. Yay! Nice bit of molded detail. Didn't have to do that, but they did. Split the legs. You can just shove them straight up, but I don't like to do that. I like to leave them slightly down so they're closer to the crotch. There are reasons, but you know. So you leave them slightly closer to there. Turn. Fold this up. And then there are two little tabs, you can see there, sticking out, just here. You gotta get those into the little slots there, and this is where it gets a little bit fiddly. And this may pop off, but you can just stick it back on. Younger kids, just make sure Yeah, just keep an eye on them, but other than that, should be fine. Rotate, bring that up, shove that into the spot. And there is Cyclonus in robot mode. Ooh. And no, he has no hands. Which is slightly strange. He has no hands. He's kind of squat, his shoulders are very high up. His legs look okay like this, but as I said, you can just shove them straight in. And shove them straight in, it makes him look really fat. I don't know what it is, but for some reason having his hips out that far and shoved up into his body just makes him look fat. So, you know. And he looks alright, he looks fine. The wings flop around, or you can tap them back into the arms, but I just like having them a bit loose. That's me, personal preference. He's very hollow, not gonna lie, some bits of this are very hollow. But combine a force, what do you expect? So, yeah, he's kind of neat. And no, he can't hold this in this mode. Not in any way that I've found. There's no slots or anything that'll fit. It doesn't groove in anywhere. It doesn't sit on the shoulder. There's no way he can use this gun in this mode. Mainly because he hasn't got hands. But we can combine them. So, yeah, we'll do this very quickly. So, push the arms in. Bring this shin, knee all the way down over the top. And then bring the whole thing, holding this bit, rotate it up. There we go. One booty. Gyar. Close this. Shove that bit over. This one, this likes to come off. You can just shove it straight back in, it's not a problem, but it for some reason doesn't like moving around too much, it will pop off. It's fine. Shove it up. Another booty. Yay! These you don't actually do a lot for. You fold the toe, shove it back into place, you bring the hand over so it covers the head, and then make sure the head stays where it is, so that'll fold back. And then in the arms you usually have that sit onto this tab, you know, that little slot, but instead go for this one back here. There is a reason, it's not a particularly fantastic reason, but there is a reason. And that's your arm. Okay. Quickly do this one, and then we go on to Cyclonus, the warrior, and his harmonics. Sorry, for some reason whenever I say Cyclonus, I kinda have the urge to say that. Another arm, yay! Okay, so what we're going to do is turn his legs all the way around. Turn legs all the way around. Yay! And where am I? Reach under here and flip out. Flip out these big connectors. I think you can just reach under and pull the whole thing, so I was making a prat of myself for nothing. Hooray! Fold the wings back out the way for now. Bring on this double hinge in here, bring them up to the top there. So, stop it. There is a massive button in the middle that I'm trying desperately to ignore, but sorry, bear with me. So bring that up to there, then hinge this over the top. While you're at it, you might want to bring this piece down again, like it was in the vehicle mode. There's a bit of a reason for it. It's not structural, you don't have to do it, but I prefer to do this. And then this all sort of tabs into place. Very soft tab. Too rough with this, it will pop loose. I have tried coating things in super glue and things like that. It's not amazing still. Stop it. Right. Okay. What this does by having these hanging down here instead of across the top is it stops the wings getting in the way of the arms. So you can't see any of that. Right. Having these down here stops the wings getting in the way of the arms. It just sort of naturally stops them from getting too far forward. Otherwise it'd just go across the top there and it'd look a bit daft. I'm talking fast because I'm now starting to think this is a long video and my thing might cut out. So if we bring the flap out the way for a minute and we press the big black button in the middle, ready? Epic head reveal. Shove that onto the back again. And there's the body. Now to combine him. So we'll get tread shock, and he's got the thing in there and the thing on the bottom of the feet, and you've got to really shove this guy in because you can put it so far, hang on, and it feels like that'll do you. But look from the side there, you can still see if you can see from the side there. See that grey there? That means it's not all the way in. So, there you go. That's all the way in. Splendid. And we'll do riot gear. There you go. And then we'll put Cyber Warp. We'll attach Cyber Warp. There you go. And Skyjack. I've probably got their names completely mangled. We'll bring the camera up a bit. I'm doing things right, good. Adjust the camera slightly. There he is. Look at this bad boy. That's actually kind of awesome. I'm sorry, it is. Yeah, you got the arms, the fingers wiggle a little bit. The legs go in and out. You've got ankle tilt. That's nice. And you can rotate at the knee. That's all you're getting. Oh, sorry, you can make the arms go in and out a bit at the smaller robots, like waist and knees. But that's it. That's all you got. There's no articulation out of this thing. But it is pretty impressive. And considering I got this for a tenner. I did tell people it was in B&M at the time, but if people didn't listen to me, that's their fault. And yeah, to be fair, that's as a kid's first combiner kind of thing, these guys are pretty cool. I know people, like grown adults, have gone, oh, wish it had hands, oh, wish it did this, oh, I don't like it doing that, oh, these little guys are stupid, they don't do anything, blah, 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 blah. It's for children, these are toys. The toys, they're for children. I don't want to get into that whole thing because, you know, who cares? It's all good. Just enjoy yourself. But these aren't masterpiece figures, okay? Stop holding them to this like super high standard. Just leave them alone. Just leave it alone. Hey, look, the cannon that we forgot about. You can use it again. Because inside the hands here, there's a little slot in there. So you can just tab the size of the thing, and there you go. And now he's got a cannon, which is actually kind of in scale for this mode. It would have been way too big for Cyclonus on his own. But yes, now this is apparently Galvatronus, although he has just kind of a fat Cyclonus head. But alright, fine, whatever. Yeah, sure. So yeah, this is kind of good. If you can still, I think you might still be able to get him in B&M. If you can, for a tenner. Definitely worth picking up because he's just fun. It's not super in depth or anything like that, and you may have to fight trying to get these shoulders to stay in place like I did, but other than that, super good fun. Yeah, so what other things? I've got a lot of builds coming up at the minute, so I'm not going to be buying many more new figures. I mean, I've already ordered quite a few because, you know, but I probably won't be ordering many for a while, so at least for the knockoffs and stuff, until any new stuff arrives, I might have to go through like the old bin of rubbish stuff that I had from a kid, which might be more interesting to you guys, it might not. But I'm just letting you know now, it's not going to be like, oh look, I've got a knockoff version of this, yay! Although I am eyeing up a knockoff on eBay, which is only like 15 quid. We'll see, I don't want to spend money, I've got a few things coming up. But yeah, so I'm just letting you guys know I'm not going to be going out of my way to spend a lot of money unless it turns out that I'm reading all my bills completely wrong and I have got loads of money, but that's unlikely. Or if I win the lottery, which I don't play. But anyway, this is a super long video and I'm going to leave it there because I want to chill out before I've got to go to work. It's Bank Holiday Monday. Anyway, fine. So, I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you when this one gets a masterpiece release. Yay! It's a masterpiece riot gear. Make it happen, Hasbro. Oh, it's not Hasbro anymore, it's Bandai, isn't it? Bye!